Welcome back to another adventure. Welcome back to the backyard pond. Let's get right into it. We got our poles ready. We got a bait caster. We got a bobber. Let's get baited up, throw it out there, see what we can catch. Had a pretty interesting day. Sorry I'm 4 minutes late. I know you guys were waiting on me. But I've been doing some work on the truck. Just trying to make it the best truck it can be. Got a worm, got a bobber. Got a bunch of gnats or mosquitoes flying around today, which is new. We'll get into the title of the video in just a minute. Also have some sad news I need to share with you guys. If you were here yesterday, you'll remember I caught a little bass. Hadn't named him yet, and I put him in my aquarium, and I woke up this morning, gone. And I'm searching around, I'm looking all over, I'm like, maybe he jumped out. Nowhere. Can't find this bass anywhere. And I'm 80% sure raccoons ate him. But I don't know how they'd get up on the tank. They're pretty crafty. So our baby bass is kind of missing in action, which is sad because I spent half the night trying to think of these delightful bass ponds, but no luck there. We're on the slow side of the yard. If we're not getting any action here, we'll move in a bit. But I'm hoping to switch it up, get something a little different. So as you can tell, I got my coat on because it's cold. And I'm walking around all day. And I'm like, what the hell is that smell, right? I can't figure out what the smell is. It smells like frickin' cat piss. And I'm just like, I don't even own a cat. Where is this smell coming from? Like, I thought it was my truck, so like I clean out the whole truck and I'm walking around and I'm doing shit throughout the day, and I'm just like, where in the world is this smell coming from? I can't understand it. And so I'm like, screw it. And I grabbed a new hoodie, and I'm just like, because I thought it was the coat, and I'm like, I know she just washed this coat. Why does it smell like cat piss? And this goes on throughout the day, and I change my hoodie out, and I'm like, what is going on? I don't even own a freaking cat, right? And I couldn't figure it out. I changed hoodies, and the hoodie still smelled, so I'm like, maybe it's me. Why do I smell like cat piss? And I eventually found out my wife changed fabric sheets that like you'd use in the dryer. That's it, Pickles. And I couldn't figure out why I'm walking around all day smelling like cat piss. And it turns out my wife changed the dryer sheets. And Kirkland, which is like a Costco or a Sam's Club brand, their dryer sheets smell like cat piss to me, bro. Like, they just smell horrible. And I don't need like Downy Ultra fucking lavender scented stuff. I don't care if it smells like anything. But yeah, no, these new fabric sheets that we got just smell like cat pee. And I mean, we did like all the laundry today, so like everything I have now smells like cat pee to me. And maybe it's just me, because the wife's like, what are you talking about? This smells fine. But no, I am not a fan of these new dryer sheets. Like, enough to the point where, like, I rewashed all of my hoodies, all of my coats, and didn't use dryer sheets. I literally spent like 8 hours. I cleaned the whole truck, changed my clothes like 3 times, took a shower, trying to figure out what this damn cat's pee smell was. And turns out it was the dryer sheets. So, FYI, don't get Kirkland brand fucking dryer sheets. Unless you enjoy the smell of cat pee. But it's a good day. Other than that, it's been a good day. It'd be even better if we catch a fish. Need something for the aquarium. I woke up this morning and my unnamed baby bass is just gone. He's just like not there. Not around the porch anywhere. I don't have a lid. It's an open top. So I'm thinking, oh, well, he jumped out, you know? But I didn't find his body anywhere. So, like, missing fish, smelling like cat pee. It's definitely got a weird Sunday or Saturday vibe going on. Yep, and just like that, we smack the bush and throw our bait off. I was right, I did throw my bait off. Bite's really slowing down. I used to be pulling out these half-pounders out of here. I don't know if they moved to deeper water or what the case may be. But I think I'm gonna switch it up, do something a little different tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. There's a beaver pond just up the stream. I haven't been up that way because it's real shallow and I gotta push through lily pads. I might as well just get a pair of waders, hop out the boat and drag it because I think it'd be easier than trying to push it through. But the problem is the bottom's really muddy. Like, it's not a hard bottom at all. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, no, man, I like to at least smell fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I don't like those downy beads, right? Like those downy scent beads, like the fireworks or whatever. Those things are fucking on point. Are they worth $15? Maybe. Maybe a couple times a year. If I'm just doing like the bedding and my hoodies, sure, I'll spend the money on those downy fireworks. Who doesn't want to smell like a fucking lavender field? I don't really care if my boxers and jeans smell like a lavender field because nobody going down there anyways. But like hoodies, sure. But this Kirkland brand, man, we use their soap too, and the soap was fine. Like, I've never had a problem with the soap. The soap just smells like frickin' soap. But that their dryer sheets just got this weird vibe to it. You know what we haven't done in a while? Top water. Feels like it could be a top water type day. I got a frog right over there. Getting a little tired of throwing the speed worm around. Maybe a crankbait. Something different. Let's switch it up. The world is our oyster, right? I'm gonna grab something. I don't know, maybe a frog, maybe a popper, maybe a crankbait, but keep an eye on that bobber. Pickle's over here talking about laying down with cougars. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Right. Oh, this spinner, blue fox, rooster tail. What? Looking for a popper. Got a couple froggies. We'll grab those. Ooh, a sliz. Plastic. I don't think rooster tails are the way to go. Where the fuck are my poppers? Popper, popper, popper. Huh. A frog. We'll get disappointed. Much like Barbecue Pickle's quest on hunting cougars, I'll get disappointed by this frog. Alright. A little froggy. Got a big froggy. Not sure which one I'm gonna go with. I like the legs and the movement on the, it's called a pad crasher. It's pretty. I kept one of the legs shorter. Kind of give it a little different movement. See if I can't hook up a largie. I feel like this side of the yard is kind of cursed though. Maybe we'll head north. I hear the bullfrog starting to come out. We're gonna tie on a crash water or a crash pad, topwater frog. Sun's just starting to go down. It's on my summer to-do list to catch one on a frog. I'm like 500 casts deep on this thing with 0 success. So hopefully today's the day. Hopefully y'all having a good Saturday. Appreciate you taking the time to swing through and check out the channel. Let's get some fish. I'll throw this around for a little bit. If I can't get any luck, we'll head to the south side of the yard. Doesn't that sound exciting? It's a fancy way of saying I'm going to move about 30 feet that way. All right, got the crash pad tied on. Let's clean up some tag lines here. It's probably 4 knots on this lure already. 3 different types of line. We got some braid, we got some clear mono, some ultra blue mono. So A messy lure, bro. No wonder why we're not catching fish. All right, let's throw that. Got her all tied on. Lunker Hunter. No, not a Lunker Hunter. That's like a Walmart brand. This is a Booyah Crash Pad. Let's make a couple casts, see if we can't hook something up. Sun's going down. I'm not too optimistic because I feel like this freaking frog is cursed. But we're gonna just kind of slowly twitching back, see if we can't get some action. I'm imagining the water temps went up. We hit a high of almost 71 today. I'm kind of slowly twitching him. I'm gonna drag him. I'm thinking the fish are a little deeper and I should be running like a spinner or a rooster tail or a crankbait or something. But I'm gonna make some good casts down the bank. Hopefully I can hook up. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Tuesday, Thursday? Dear God, my brain's fried. Sorry, long day. Hope you're having a great Saturday. If you're new to the channel and you do some fishing, let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're fishing for. Live fishing every day, all summer long. Now through the end of August, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. We got a worm and a bobber running 2 different lines. I'm gonna throw this out a little bit down this way, see if I can't hook up maybe a yellow perch or something. Threw it out just far enough to where I won't be able to pay attention to it while I'm throwing that bait caster, but let's see what we can do. If you're here about the title, I will tell the story one more time because we got 4 people up in here. But I was walking around all day and I smelled like cat piss. And I didn't know it was me. Didn't know where it was coming from. Thought it was the truck, so I cleaned the truck out, top to bottom, you know. 303, added some little black ice air freshener. Couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, oh, it's my hoodie, right? It's my coat I'm wearing. And I'm like, I know my wife just watched this. It was hanging up in the closet. I didn't pull it out the hamper. And it was the coat. And I was like, oh, what the hell? What does this coat smell like? Cat piss. I don't even own a fucking cat. And so I change it, right? And I put on new hoodie, new shirt, take a shower, change everything out. And I still can't get it. And I'm working on the truck. This is what I like to do on my Saturdays other than fishing. And I still can't figure it out. I'm like, what is going on? Why do I smell like cat piss? And long story short is, well, so I go in and I talk to my wife and I'm like, you know, do I smell like cat piss to you or do you smell cat piss? And she's like, no, what are you talking about? And I'm like, all of my clothes smell like cat piss. And we don't even own a cat. What is going on? And it turns out that she changed fabric softener, not the softener, but those dryer sheets to a different brand. And I couldn't, and to me, it smells horrible. It smells like cat urine and I can't stand it. But like, so I had to rewash all of my clothes and I threw away those dryer sheets. But you know, if you buy a like Kirkland brand, Kirkland's like a Costco or a Sam's Club. I don't know what you got where you're at. But it's like one of those big, you know, bulk stores. And I'm just twitching this frog. I don't see any signs of life on the pond at the moment, which is a a little unnerving. And normally I'm getting yellow perch on that. Yeah, so long story short, sorry, ADD kicked in there. And don't buy Kirkland brand freaking dryer sheets, man. They're just but I mean, it might have been just to me and like my screwed up sense of smell. I don't know. Like all day, like shower trying to get that smell off, change clothes, clean the truck, which I was kind of doing anyways, but why? Why? You know, well, we're going to only make a couple more casts here, and then we're going to move to a different part of the yard. Trying to break this curse I have. I'm probably 800 casts and 5 different bodies of water with this frog. Tried fishing in the morning, tried fishing in the evening. Oh man. And I know, and I don't have a problem. I can get top water. I'll run a buzz bait, pick one up, no problem. A nice popper, sure. But I don't know. I am just cursed on this frog. There's a row of lily pads there. I'm just kind of trying to, you know, the action on them is nice. And I like the fact that they're relatively weedless. I can drag it through those lily pads and not have to worry about getting caught up. All right, let's reel that up. You guys want to go on a little ride? We'll head north. Just kidding, we're heading south. Anywhere north is not for me. Heading over. I picked up a couple bass here yesterday. Welcome to my backyard pond. If you're new to the channel, this is my backyard pond. It's about 5 acres. It's fed by a 30-acre lake up north. Runs through a state forest into mine. And then another couple small ponds behind us. And eventually out to the bay. There is bluegill, yellow perch, trout, spotted and largemouth bass, and the occasional bullhead catfish. And we're catching them all. Located out in the Pacific Northwest on the coast. The ocean's about a mile behind you guys. Bay's about a mile in front of you. I live on a sandbar and right smack in the middle. Hey, fishy, fishy, fishy. Just got back from a fishing trip, camping, solo remote camping and fishing. And tried to learn how to use a fly rod. Felt a little silly doing it the whole time. That video is coming out tomorrow. It's a pretty good one. If you guys want to check that out, it comes out tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard. I'm just slowly working that frog, hoping for the best. Hey, 6 people, shout out to you. Hope you're having a Wednesday. Jump in that chat, man. Let me know where you're from and what you like fishing for. Sunday night in Texas. Is it Sunday? Is today Sunday, JR? And I'm just fucking it up? Man. It's been a long couple weeks, man. I am dragging. That is for sure. If it's Sunday night in Texas, man, here I'm talking about it being Saturday. Hoping everybody's having a good Saturday. Dude doesn't even know what day it is. What's going on? I'm gonna grab that other rod real quick. I'm gonna apologize. Apparently it's Sunday, and I don't even know what day it is. To be fair, I work for myself, and my wife's a school teacher, and when she's got the summers off, we just kind of lose track of what day it is, and we've been busy running around, doing camping trips, living our best lives. But getting a little Hail Mary out. We got the bobber, we got the worm. Probably hook up with the, well, that's like crushing yesterday. I think yesterday it was like a mini bass kick. There was just a ton of small, I picked up one, he was about a half pound, which was a pretty good size. Let's keep throwing that combat frog. If you have any advice on how to work this thing, drop me a comment, because I tried working it fast, tried working it slow, tried everything, and it just no love. Oh shit, we're getting bit, right? Yeah. That's one thing. It's hard to run two things. I knew that worm was gonna get some action. He's still there. Missing bites. We'll see how it goes. Trying to multitask and I can't even walk and chew gum. Start and stop. Just, yeah. We'll give that a shot. I am missing bites on this rod though. That's driving me nuts. They got my worm. I'm gonna start and stop that little frog for a minute. I'm gonna play with that. If I get 20 casts deep without any signs of life, I will throw out and we'll switch up. I don't like getting skunked on lives. And I'm just not a lot of faith in that frog. I'm just kind of dropping him. There's a drop off. It goes from about 4 feet to 12 feet pretty quick. There's like a whole canyon that runs through the majority of the lake. And I'm just kind of trying to work that frog. Maybe pop him around a little bit. Might get after some of those surf perch. Tomorrow the ocean's kind of laying down a little bit, and you know, there's things to do salmon fishing, but when I get after those perch, that's kind of like my go-to fish is those surf perch. And I haven't been out in months. And I haven't hosted my meetup yet. I live in a real small town. I run a fishing group on Facebook. I'd invite you guys, but it's kind of a local thing. And a lot of people live here and they've never done it. They've never surf perched fished. And so I hold meetups where I teach people how to fish for perch, one a year. And last year I had like 120 people show up. which was shocking because I just posted it on Facebook. I didn't think, because everybody'd be DMing me. They'd be like, "Oh man, how do you catch all these fish?" And I said, I stand in the ocean and use bait. There's no real secret. Google it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are just scared to try on their own. So, if you guys want to know, there's a Surf Perch Fishing 101. I know y'all haven't seen that. It was like one of my first videos. But, they're cool. Last time I went out, I got into a big school of them. And you just run a high-low rig or a crappie rig, whatever you want to call it. And you get into a big school of them, and you can hook them up 2 at a time. And I mean, it's a perch, so we're not talking 20, 30 pounds, but we're talking, 17, 18 inches, 2.5 pounds. And it's always a good time. I'm kind of in that weird season where they spawn twice a year in the spring and then again in the late summer. And I don't want to be messing them when they give live birth, which is kind of cool. Unless you catch one and then they spit out their babies as you're reeling them in. But, yeah, so surf perch coming up. I don't know if I'm gonna make another salmon video. If you watch the one that I got out, then go watch the one I got out. But I don't like filming on the boat, to be honest with you guys. It adds where I fish at is the deadliest bar in the world, and it's dangerous. And I don't have a cameraman. It's just me most of the time, So to film a bar or to film a video is just not something. It's just one extra thing that makes it tough. You know what I'm saying? Sure, if we're in the backyard, if we're in the middle of the forest, if we're in the John boat, I'll shoot a video. But I don't like filming when I'm out in the ocean. It just really draws up a lot of my attention. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get more comfortable. We'll figure it out, but all right, we'll throw it the other way. We ain't getting nothing that way. Let's throw it this way a little bit, see what happens. Rod's dialed in. I'm liking this. We're on the deeper part, probably 20 feet right there. Water temps, if I had to guess, I'd say mid-60s. Got hit. Not hard. That's pretty exciting. That's the first action I've actually ever gotten on this topwater frog. Couple more good casts with that. Sorry, my chat doesn't stay up, so I got to respond to it. Yeah, I'm throwing it down my bank. I know it doesn't look like much on screen, but I can't get all the way across on this 7 foot. So, I mean, I can get close, but I mean, it's probably 100 yards to the other side, and I don't have any other weight than the frog. So I'm just throwing it down the bank. We got a row of lily pads kind of working that deep water. But we'll see. We'll see. Appreciate the advice, DS. Are you new here? I don't think I've seen you around before. So, fisherman's question, like, well, man, thanks for checking out the channel. Appreciate you. Where are you from and what do you fish for, bro? If you don't, I mean, I don't need the Addy. I just like state, maybe. Trout fish. That's all right. You're still welcome here. Ah, high mountains, man. That's what's up. I just got back from a solo remote camping trip. There was a high mountain lake where they planted some cutthroat. And I did a solo camp trip up there. Video comes out tomorrow morning. You should check it out if that sounds like it's your thing. But I tried fly fishing for the first time. And I did it all kinds of wrong. I mean, all kinds of wrong. It was a train wreck, to say the least. But I do a little bit of trout, a little bit of everything as well. Normally I'm a saltwater guy because I live right close to the ocean. But I'm trying to really branch out this summer. You know, I was like, people know me as like the fisherman dude, but I wasn't catching fish. I was going like 6 times a year. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, all right, it looks great on Instagram. You got a couple big ass salmon, you know, a stringer, a perch or whatever. Hey, Mo from Chirac. Haven't seen you in a minute, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, those rainbows and stuff are they're all right. You know, they're not definitely not my favorite, but gotta fish what you can fish. You know, I went creek fishing. Mo, sad story, bro. I woke up this morning and that bass was ghost, just gone. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to this fish? I just caught him. And so like I check my water parameters to make sure we're good, you know. And so I run tests, the water's clean, perfect pH for that fish. And I'm looking around, I'm like, where the hell did this, if you guys don't know, I caught a bass yesterday. And I put him in my outdoor aquarium. And I was gonna name him. I've been thinking about names. Yeah, man, he totally went ghost on me. I mean, nowhere, no body. There's no lid on it, it's open. If you watch the video, you'll see it. But I'm like, oh, maybe he jumped out. But if he jumped out, he'd just be around. So my thought on this is trash pandas. I got raccoons. I see them on my Ring camera all the time. And I think that, but I don't know how the raccoons would get up there. I mean, I guess they could. But I'm thinking DB Cooper. That's funny. He's like from Oregon, which is about 30 miles. No, it's like 60 miles that way. But yeah, so I mean, I need a new pet. Yeah, man, short, sad day. Pour some out for the homie, right? That's all right. We'll get something else, something cooler. I'd really like one of those little sunfish. Largemouth Houdini. Facts. Like, where's the body though? Like, if he jumped out the tank, I mean, bass jumped. That wouldn't surprise me. But like, where? Where did he jump to? I mean, there's just, like, I looked everywhere. I looked all over the deck. I looked everywhere. And I was like, oh, maybe the neighbor dog ate him, but I don't. Maybe the neighbor dog ate him, but I don't think she's like that. So we'll just have to get another one. I ordered a big ass bag of like pond fish food for like wild fish. So I'm gonna try to come out here and chum the water a little bit. See if I can't fatten up some of those pond fish. Oh, that's a bite. That's a fish right there. What do we got? What do we got? Are we taking bets? Ah, damn. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't use barbless hooks. But we're catch and release right now. We're not catching cook, so I don't need to rip huge holes in lips if I'm not going to keep it anyways, right? Not that fish lives matter. Maybe I'll put that on a t-shirt. Fish lives matter. New merch coming soon. Yeah, barbless hook, he spit it. I should switch it out. That makes me, I don't like losing fish. He didn't look that big. If I had to guess, he was definitely a yellow perch. But he was out deep, and we got smashed as soon as we threw out. So let's see if we can do that again. My little dog is over here thinking she's a cow. Like she's just grazing on some tall grass. Let's get it. Not at all what I wanted to do, but I was kind of throwing all sidearm weird. Like I'd never cast a pole. Oh, there's a school of something there. I don't know what they are, but we're fixing to find out. Fixing to find out. Who says that? Fixing to? Do y'all say that, or is that just like a Northwest thing? Got too much worm on that itty bitty hook. Tennessee and trout. My only beef with the rainbow trout is the planted ones. Don't get me wrong, they're fun to catch, but they get a little mushy. You want to talk about creek fishing, where you get those little like 7-8 inch brook trout? Those are delicious. Way better than a rainbow any day of the week. I'll eat those little 7-8 inch brook trout all day long. Oh man, we're getting screwed with. You guys can see the bobber, right? I don't know. Y'all see it. It's right there. We're getting bit every time we throw out. We're just not. I think I'm a little anxious. I'm trying to set the hook, but I think I should let them take it a little bit first. Let them at least get the tip in before you jam the whole thing down their throat. But they're crafty because they're getting my bait every time. If you're new here, thanks for checking out the channel. We do live fishing every day, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard, all summer long. Probably going to have to call it a wrap at the end of August, but we got other stuff, fishing, camping. If that sounds like your thing, man, think about subscribing. I'd appreciate it. Gulp minnows. I am familiar with the Gulp brand. That's what I use out in the salt all the time. Never tried a Gulp minnow, man. Maybe I'll add that on my list of things to look into. I'm assuming that's just some kind of I'm in the Pacific Northwest, more specifically the Washington State coast. The ocean's about a mile behind you. And if we get up into the foothills, the water's pretty clean and the brook trout are delicious. This is it. I'm feeling something just turned over. Ah, that barbless hook is killing me. I'm setting it fine. They're just spitting it because they're just spitting it. Living good, New Jersey hunting. Haven't seen you in a minute, but doing good, man. How you been? Just trying to rip some limbs, catch a new pet, man. I got an aquarium I built on the back porch, and it needs a new resident for sure. We're getting bites. We're just using a barbless hook, I guess, to be more sporting, and it's proving to be my huckleberry at the moment. Yeah, every day, man. I'm fishing live. It's kind of my thing. Just got back from a pretty good camping trip. That video drops tomorrow morning. You guys should check it out. It's my attempt at fly fishing, solo camping at a free campground, right? Normally I've been going to all these places, and I'm paying $45 a night to pretend to be homeless. I appreciate that, New Jersey, NJ. So I got tired of going to all these like campgrounds and like, okay, like most of my camping revolves around fishing. So I got certain places to fish, but it gets expensive. It's like 45 bucks a night to sleep in a tent on the side of the fucking freeway when everybody does it for free in like Portland and all these major cities. So I said like, all right, that can just kick rocks, you know, let's find some free campgrounds. And man, I had to drive probably 100 miles. No, yeah, to get there, but well, I mean, that kinda, right? Like that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm sleeping in a tent, and I'm not putting down homeless people. That wasn't my intention. It was just, I don't like spending $45 a night. So I found this free campsite way out in the middle of nowhere. You had to drive up this, I don't know what you guys want to call them. I call them back roads, but it was like a gravel road or a service road. And it goes from sea level to about 1,500 feet in like 5 miles. And it's like a gravel road that's not maintained. And I get up to the top and there's these free campsites and I'm like, all right, this is fucking boss, right? Right next to these 2 lakes. I wouldn't call them lakes. I mean, maybe a little bigger than this, but not much. And I get up there and there's a couple people, you know, kids, family, that kind of thing. But they roll out they'd been there for like 2 or 3 days. And then I'm like, sweet, I got this place to myself. You know what I'm saying? And at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I hear like this loud ass, like, sounds like a Honda Civic with a muffler cut off. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, right? And next thing I know, here comes like this mobile fucking meth van. We're talking like a 1998 Dodge Caravan. And these two tweakers get out and they're like wandering around with flashlights, and their tire on their van is just flatter than shit. The fender, it's all caved in, and I'm just like, what in the fuck is going on, right? What are these, you know, and I got my pew-pew with me, so I'm not worried about it. I'm always strapped, you know what I mean? And getting bites, just not catching fish, making me angry. Yeah, so here I am out, you know, in the middle of fucking nowhere, 2 o'clock in the morning, and these tweakers show up in this Dodge Caravan, and they didn't even stay. They were there for like, and I'm watching them, I'm in the woods just watching these fucking tweakers, and they're like trying to change this tire on this Dodge Caravan, and they got flashlights. Eventually their flashlights run out and they're using their phones. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on? But they can't see me because my tent is back. And eventually they get this tire changed and drive off back down the side of the mountain. And I'm just like, what in the fuck I was worried about bears and fucking cougars and mountain lions and shit, but like, nah, man, I should have been on the watch out for tweaker. How did they even get their fucking I mean, what are they doing? 2 o'clock in the morning, Dodge Caravan, 30 miles up the side of this fucking mountain. How did they even get it up there? Like, and I heard it coming for like 10 minutes before it actually showed up. Flat tire. We're talking 20% grade on a fucking gravel hill. I don't get it, man. I guess it's just it's a problem, I guess. Like, right. It's just, I mean, I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. You do you. I don't care if you want to fucking roll a glass bubble until your fucking lungs collapse. That's not my problem, right? Just don't make it my problem. That's all I'm asking. I can mind my own business. But when you show up to my campground at 2 o'clock in the morning, fucking tweaked out in a fucking Dodge Caravan that looks like it wasn't interesting, but I had a good time. You guys should check out the video. I didn't record any of the tweakers because I just wasn't all that entertained by it, but yeah, you just think you're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, like I said, man, I'm not judging. Like, I don't care what you do. Do you? You know what I'm saying? If that shit makes you happy. But I'll tell you what, I ain't never met a tweaker that I like, or that's been like productive. I've been like, yeah, you know, Dave is a really hard worker and a good family man who just smokes a little bit of meth on the weekend. Like, nobody ever says that. That's not a line coming out of anybody's mouth, ever. Got the Chihuahua out. She's hunting bullfrogs. You guys can't see her. I don't know if I have a fish on or if I'm just getting fucked with. Oh, we got a fish on. What do we got? What do we got? Hey, you know what I was talking? How I wanted yeah, parent advisory. I just kind of talk, man. I'm just, sorry. My humor's off key sometimes. I hope you guys appreciate it. But this dude is what I was hoping to get yesterday. He is like the most beautiful fish in North America, in my opinion. And he is a pumpkin seed. Just a little turquoise colored pumpkin seed. Hold on, let me get a good view. We'll get him a new home here in a minute, but look at the coloring on that guy. Pretty cool fish. And I have just the place for him. This is my fairy garden that I built. You can judge me if you want, but I bet I catch more fish than you. It's a 75-gallon tank, and we'll let this guy go. Boom. He looks a little angry, but let's see him. He's in there. He's vibing. Hi, buddy. Oh, you guys can't. Well, a little blurry, but I'm stoked. I'll keep him there next couple months. Give him some food, figure out a name for him. And I'm excited. I'm excited by that. You know, I had a bass in there yesterday who I could tell you the story about the fairy garden, but all right, I'll fucking tell you the story about the fairy garden. So I lost my mom back in February, and she had these fairy gardens. She like really hopped on the it's not that, it's kind of a sad story. I lost my mom back in February, and she was really into fairies, and that garden ended up taking like, I mean, we're talking, I had to clean out the house. It was just years and years of stuff, and I don't need any of that, you know. And I found myself keeping just like a ton of stuff, just you know, like her fucking shirts or whatever, and you know, because all of this stuff reminds me of her. And eventually I just said, fuck it, I'm not keeping nothing. I ended up keeping, I don't know, a dozen of these little fairy statues. And yeah, so that's all right. I mean, I'm not here for sympathy. And to be honest with you, it was, I know this is going to sound fucked up, but you got to remember who's talking here. It was her time. You know what I'm saying? She was real sick, in a lot of pain, and it was merciful. Like, I'm not going to cry, but like, all right, so you know you got a dog, and your dog gets sick, and you put your dog down, and you're sad, and you hate doing it, but like, that's kind of where we were. My mom was really sick, been really sick for a really long time, and you hate to lose somebody, but 2.5 pounds. Was it a largie or a spa? What'd you get, BSI? Thanks for changing the conversation. Yeah, so no need to be sad about my mom, but I kind of made that little fairy garden as like a remembrance of her. Instead of keeping all these like random things, I just kept a couple things. When I'm out here feeding our new pet fish, I'll look up at those stupid little fairies and, you know, just remember mom, right? That's kind of it. But I want to get back fishing. I want to catch something. I want to catch a 2-pound bass. You know, man, we don't get real big here in Washington State because we don't have the water temps that like a lot of the southern or even eastern or even the other part of the state. The other part of the state gets hot. You drive towards like Vancouver or Portland, you get off the coast, it's 80, 90 degrees. Here I haven't had a day above 70. So those water temps don't get really hot enough to support large bass. A big bass here is about what you just described, 2.5 pounds. I think my PB in the backyard pond is probably about 1.5 pounds. I got a 2-pounder at the other pond not too long ago, but yeah, we don't get real big bass here. Our surf perch out in the ocean get bigger than our bass, so let's rebait and see what else we can do. Yeah, Jersey, were you here for the cat piece story? If not, let me know, bro. I'll retell it just for you and the wife. It's a good one. I got a little 14-foot aluminum just sitting right over there, man. I love that boat. All right, man. Give me a second. Let me throw this out there, and then I'll tell you the. Hey, fishing once a week isn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that's if you get out once a week, you're doing pretty good. Because like before this summer, I live on a pond and I still didn't go fishing. You know what I'm saying? I always complained about it. Even told people, I'm like, oh yeah, I love fishing. You know, you'd look at my Instagram and you'd be like, yeah, dude, that guy's a huge fisherman. But like, you get one stringer perch and 2 salmon a year. You know, that's more than what most people are getting. And it looks great. But decided to switch it up, actually start doing some more fishing. So Sundays I like to work on the truck. Today I was putting on a cold air intake and couldn't figure out what this smell was. And it smelled like cat piss. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't own a cat. What is going on here? And if we got something, it's not very big, but we got something. Run, bitch. So I couldn't figure out, and I thought it was the truck, right? I'm like, did a cat get into my, because we have like feral cats that live in my neighborhood. And I was like, did a cat get up in the truck and pee, you know? So I cleaned the whole truck out. You know, Febreze, get one of those little trees that smell like black ice. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. I think I got it. Cleaned the whole truck out. That was just a little bluegill. Back he goes. So I cleaned the whole truck out. And I'm like, it still smells like cat piss. And I can't figure it out. I'm just like, where is this smell coming from, right? So eventually I'm moving and I'm like, I'm outside the truck, I'm working on the truck, and I still smell it. I'm like, all right, well, at least, so I'm smelling it and I smell my hoodie and I'm like, oh, it's this hoodie. This hoodie just reeks of cat piss. And so I go inside. I said black ice, so it's a car smell. If you know it, you know it. Come on, don't lie, bro. You owned a car that smelled like black ice at one point in your life. Quit bullshitting. So I couldn't find the smell, and I finally found it. I was like, it's my hoodie, right? So I go in and I'm like, so I change out my hoodie and I take a shower and I'm just like, I put a fresh hoodie on, all new clothes, you know, and I'm like, wow, that was weird. And so I go back out and I'm starting to work on the truck, mow the yard, doing whatever I'm doing, just kind of living my life, you know? And, ooh, that one feels a little bigger, or he's a little more aggressive. Oh man, we're just into a school of these bluegills. Crushing it though. And I can't figure out where, and I smell it again. And I'm just like, what in the world is going on, right? Like, so I smell it and I'm like, all right, this hoodie smells like cat piss too. And I can't quite figure out. So I go in and I ask my wife, I'm like, does this smell like cat piss to you? And she's like, no, man, what is wrong with you? And back you go, little fella. Bluegill number 2. Let's get it. And she's like, no, man, it doesn't smell like anything to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? You don't smell that? And she's like, yeah, it smells like the dryer sheets. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? I didn't say that. I don't curse that often, to be honest. Oh, fair enough. I said, well, what do you mean it's the dryer sheets? And she's like, yeah, that smells like the dryer sheets. And I'm like, that doesn't smell like the Snuggle Fresh Bear. You know, what are you talking about that smells like the dryer sheets? And she's like, oh, I bought these new dryer sheets that were on sale at Costco, Sam's Club, whatever you, Kirkland. It's like a big box store. So I go into the laundry room and I pull out these dryer sheets, and they all smell like cat piss. And we're not talking a box 12, we're talking a box of like 150, right? And now everything I own smells like this fucking cat piss dryer sheet. And I'm just like, oh, we can't be doing this. I'm not doing this. Like, we're going back to Downy, you know? We're going to be Snuggle fucking Fresh. So I had to go through and I rewashed everything, rewashed all my bedding, and so I made laundry day twice as hard. But that's the story of how I smelled like cat pee all day. It was just really bothersome, to be honest. Just really bothersome. Like, I spent hours, bro, like trying to figure out where the fuck this smell was coming from. And it turns out, like, she did it on purpose. Who does, like, and she's like, it doesn't smell like cat pee. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what is wrong with you? So, for your guys' information, I'm giving you this tip free of charge. Do not get Kirkland brand dryer sheets. I mean, no static cling or anything. They definitely, you know, softened the fabric, helped with the wrinkles or everything, but it smells fucking like cat piss, man. There's just no getting around it. Which is odd, because we've used the soap before, right? Because, like, it's just soap. And the soap smells fine. But I don't know what the difference is between the soap and the dryer sheets. We're gonna kind of switching spots a little bit. Hoping for you know, man, feral cats are a problem where I live. We had this lady go fucking nuts, kidnap a neighbor kid, and I guess we're just talking all the trailer park drama today, right? We had this lady go nuts and kidnap a neighbor kid, and then they started feuding, and she went to jail, but she was running some kind of like illegal animal rescue out of her house. Yeah, okay, so like I had this neighbor lady, and she's a little bit, she's about my age, she's like early 40s, and she lived by herself, and she was friends with the trap house across the street. Like, every neighborhood's got a trap house. If you don't know what that is, ask your friend. And she ends up hooking up with this dude who lived there while his wife was in jail. And you know, she's in jail, so she's banging the dude who lives at the trap house with their grandparents. I think their grandparents own the house, but they're like these tweaked out bikers. Nice guys, though. If you need like a fucking starter put in the truck for cheap, they're the guys to talk to. But so long story short is, like, she ends up like getting thwacked out one. No, I don't think she was on drugs. She's just really fucking crazy. And you know how guys are like, oh, all women are crazy. No, man, this is like your ex-girlfriend times 1,000. I mean, this chick is like certified like mental state hospital type chick. And so she goes over there, kidnaps their kid, and like takes him for a couple hours and then brings him back, goes and does a bunch of time in county, and then, but they can't prosecute her because she's legit crazy. So they send her to the fucking psych ward for, I don't know, a couple months. And then she comes back, and then she starts beefing with this other neighbor and threatens to kill her. And the other neighbor presses charges on her, and she gets shipped back out to jail. And she's in county now. And but there was like 8 dogs. Yeah, no, man, I don't really think all women are crazy. I think that term is just kind of loosely used. I don't agree with that statement at all. This girl actually was suffering from real mental health problems. And I do have some empathy for her for that. But she had like 8 dogs, and we're talking a 1-bedroom, single-wide trailer on a 6,000 square foot lot. And she had a bunch of cats, and we don't have animal control where I live, so these dogs were just yapping. I think eventually someone came and got them, but they just turned loose these like 20 cats into the neighborhood. And they were causing a real problem, getting underneath houses, ripping up skirting, and all these feral cats. And it was a real problem. And I mean, you know, 1 or 2 feral cats, great, keep the rodents down, not an issue. But I mean, on my camera, yeah. And so, like, you know, I call the Humane Society, and they're like, it's $75 to surrender a cat. Because I had like 8 or 9 of them, you know, and 8 or 9, you know, 10 feral cats is a problem. I'm getting, you know, 8 or 9 a day on my camera. And I call the Humane Society and I tell them, and they're like, well, you can trap them and you can bring them in and surrender them for a $125 fee. And I'm like, I'm not paying $125. They're not my cats. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll surrender them to your right. And I'm like, I'll surrender them to your fucking parking lot. Then they're your cats. You know what I'm saying? Then you can pay yourself. They did say if I trapped them, though, they would. Ooh, that feels like a good one. What do we got? Come here. Oh, boy. I am fucking stoked by you. Talking about 2-pound bass. Let's fucking get it. Sorry. I'm excited. Any guesses on what we bought? That's a big boy. Look at that bellied up fucking monster. Roar. Let's get it. He ain't 2 pounds, but he's 1.5 pounds. Crushing it. Largemouth bass. Beautiful fucking fish. Let's get it. You know, when I'm not talking shit, I occasionally catch fish. That was a monster, though. I'm stoked. Sorry for yelling into the mic. I just got a little bit excited. On a worm. Yeah, man. They said if I could bring them in, and then they would neuter them for me, but that's all they. And then I'd have to bring them back here and release them. So I did that with like 2 or 3 cats. I had them fixed, and then I released them back onto the vacant lot. And now we live in a rural area, and we have predators, and predators help control the feral cat. I mean, cats will eat birds, ducks, anything that flies, and rodents, you know, so they serve their place on the food chain, but they're below the the coyotes. And I think that's what happened to most of our feral cats. And, you know, it's hard because I like cats, man. I do. I have no desire to buy one or own one, but if one worked its way into my life and it was like pretty special, I'd take a cat. You know, I like all animals. That was a nice bass. I'm stoked by that. Sorry for yelling into the mic, but here I am catching little quarter-pound bluegills, and I can hook up a fatty largemouth. That makes me excited. Want to see my best friend? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cue the best friend. Nasimbuenya amokichimababa. That's it, man. Real men carry chihuahuas. Yeah, man, you can go crash out. I know it's late there. I'm thinking about moving my live to 6 to better suit some of those East Coast guys. It was nice chatting with you, Jersey honey. Hope to see you about. I'd like another one of them big fish. She's actually a Chiweenie, man, which is like a Chihuahua Dachshund mixed, and she's the second small dog I've ever owned. And she's my best friend, man. I carry her around in a little purse, and she's cool. I didn't figure myself as a small dog guy, but you know, it's weird being middle-aged. She really is my best friend. I carry her like everywhere. She like hunt, fishing, camping. She's my personal little heater. Normally she ride around in my coat. Yeah, that voice to text be having me talk some crazy stuff. Dear autocorrect, I am never trying to say the word duck. Yeah, fishy, fishy. I think it was a little further out when I got that guy. He was a good one. And he was a largie. You know, I've had a real over infestation of those spots. And, you know, spots get a bad rap, you know, because, well, they don't give, you know, big spots, maybe 1.5 pounds. But 1.5 pounds is fun to catch. And they're, like, angry at the world. Spotted bass are just angry. They're just angry fish. They will... A 0.5 pound spot will fight harder than a 2-pound largemouth. And that's a fact. I don't know if that's a fact. I guess we could ask Alexa. But in my opinion, oh shit, we've been at this for a minute. All right, on that note, I'm gonna wrap it up early so I can go spend some time with my dog. But I mean, this was a good fucking live, man. I appreciate everybody up in here. Caught that monster bass. That was pretty cool. Got a new fish for the aquarium. We'll have to, if you hop on tomorrow night, we'll name it. We'll name it on the live tomorrow. So, he's a pumpkin seed. It's turquoise in color. I don't know. I'm up for names. If you're watching this after the fact, drop a name. Yeah, thanks, BSI, man. It was good to see you, man. Thanks for checking out the channel. Hope to see you around. If you can think of a name for that fish, like, leave a comment, man. But if you're watching this after the fact, drop a comment, like, subscribe, and as always, go outside. It's good for your soul. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Maybe if I could figure out how to push that button. Damn, 3rd time's the charm? It's all right. BS